The current drinking age in the United States is 21 years old for all kinds of alcohol. Although technically drinking age is decided by individual states, in 1984 the federal government created the National Minimum Drinking Age Act of 1984, which withheld funds for highways and roads from any state that made it legal to sell alcohol to anyone under 21 years of age. Although some states rebelled and kept their alcohol purchase age under 21, the funding was vital and all states eventually caved to the ultimatum set by the federal government. All states also ban underage drinking outright, although 18 do allow you to drink small amounts in your home with a legal adult. Although we have one of the highest drinking ages in the world out of countries where drinking is legal, we still have a high alcoholism rate and a large drinking culture and party mentality in high school and college. In comparison to countries with lower drinking ages where drinking is a pleasurable social event, underage drinkers in the United States often binge drink in an attempt to get drunk as quickly as possible. Because alcohol is considered taboo in the United States, people tend to hide it from their parents, and teenagers who develop early onset alcoholism or other problems hide them instead of getting help. Our media also glorifies drinking and the party culture through movies such as Project X, American Pie, and Superbad. Alcohol use or brands are depicted in 80 to 90% of movies, and drinking is mostly portrayed positively.
Our interviews compare drinking cultures around the world, but as many of our interviewees were underage at the time, their faces will not be shown. Do you think that people in the United States respect the drinking age of 21?
No, I do not think people in the United States respect the drinking age because, should I say why?
Yeah.
Okay, because a lot of it is that you can vote when you're 18 and there are lots of things you can do when you're 18, so people drink before 21 and people drink earlier than 18 because they want to, and it's not that hard to gain access to.
What was the legal drinking age when you came of age to drink?
19.
Did people follow that law?
No.
Do you think that people in America respect the drinking age of 21?
No.
Well, it depends. Legal age is 21, but I think a lot of people have drank before they're 16.
Do you think that the drinking age actually stops people from before 21 drinking?
No, I probably did the opposite. I probably got more people drinking.
Do you think people respect the drinking age of 21?
People my age?
Yeah, or just people in America in general.
I think people in America in general is a large question.
Yeah.
I guess from my experience, I think lots of people think it should be 18.
So when do you think people kind of start drinking?
I think people start drinking mostly in high school. It might be different around the country, but yeah, I think in high school, maybe more into sophomore year and not so much freshman year. I guess it kind of depends what sort of social group you're in.
When do you think people start drinking usually?
High school, maybe around 17, 16, depending on the person, I guess.
When do you think people started drinking?
I think people began drinking sometime around the age of 17 or 18.
I've been in Venezuela where practically there is no drinking age, and people start drinking there when they're 12 or 11. For example, I have a cousin that started drinking when he was 11. I wouldn't say heavily, just with his friends, I guess. But definitely in other countries, since it's a lot lower and it's not as serious, people will drink when they're younger.
So, where are you from?
From Austria.
So what's the drinking age in Austria?
16.
Would you say that people respect that?
Yeah, definitely.
So when it comes to 16, do people start drinking right then, or do they tend to wait?
They tend to start drinking right then. I mean, the law is that you can start drinking at 16 beer and wine, and then you can start drinking actual heavy beverages with 18. People don't respect that law, but they start drinking at 16.
What was the legal drinking age in Italy when you were living there?
Well, I'm not sure if there's a legal drinking age, but kids usually drink from 14. I mean, the legal drinking age is 16, I think. They were illegal. So yeah, 16 years old.
Did people pay attention to the 16? Did people actually drink at 16, or were they drinking before then usually?
It depends also where you're going in a way. In the south, not really. In the north, yeah.
Yeah, what is the drinking age in Bulgaria?
18.
And Do people there like respect the drinking age, or do they like drink before 18?
They drink way before 18.
When do people usually start drinking?
15?
What is the drinking age in Argentina?
18.
Do people like follow it at all, or are people drinking before then?
People drink before that.
Do you think certain like social groups are more likely to drink?
Yes. I think that because of like stereotypes, groups of quote unquote popular kids will drink more, or like people that play sports will drink more. And I think that depends on like the intensity of the sport too, and like if you're being drug tested, for example, like at your school, some places do that. But I think that maybe more studious people don't. and that's not true, I'm sure, because like people relieve stress through alcohol use. But I think just like the idea of partying is more popular among like popular kids.
So do you think that most people are consuming alcohol at like parties, or just like with a couple of friends, or like at home?
I think that just by like sheer volume it would be parties, because there are more people and thus like more alcohol will be consumed. And I think that it's more common in like a party setting, because it is like sort of difficult to gain access to alcohol, and so if you're gonna do it, you do it like in a bigger way than just chilling at home. But it also depends on like how many friends you have. Like if you have a party of 10 people, other people might not consider that a party. But yeah, and I know some people drink alone at home, but that kind of disturbs me. Like I don't think that would be fun, and it just sounds vaguely alcoholic to me, though people have tried to convince me otherwise.
So do you think that there's like a healthy drinking culture in the United States right now? Like, do you think that the way people drink alcohol or like view alcohol is healthy?
I think it's very unhealthy, because the drinking age is so high, it's like gone underground, and so that like leads to people binge drinking more, I think, and it's less like it's less a vibe of acceptance and like, oh, you can do this like responsibly. It's more like, let's get fucked up. I don't know.
How about for our grade? Would you think it's higher?
Yeah, definitely. 17.
What about people who drink like regularly on weekends?
What do you mean?
Like people who drink almost every weekend, probably, or like every weekend.
Probably 30.
30%?
20 of this grade?
Of this grade.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe 30, 40.
Okay. Think that like people in America are more likely to be like binge drinking, or like drinking a lot heavier than in other countries?
Yes. Yeah, I would, because I think in like continents, let's say like in Europe, where the drinking age is 18, but it's loosely enforced, I'd say that they know how to, they would know how to drink better. They know how to pace themselves. I think here, since there's a drinking age of 21, there's more of an experience of like, let's just get wasted and this, and so they go heavier than other countries.
Do you think that the people are more likely to be like binge drinking, like drinking a lot, like very often?
Well, no, I don't think so. No, because like they can drink whatever they want. So like you're not most likely to find drunk people in Italy. They can drink whatever they want. So.
But they aren't like getting like so drunk that they're like throwing up on weekends or anything?
No, never.
Yeah, so it's not like...
Because they're also used to it.
Yeah, so they're all like used to and controlled. Have you noticed a difference in the way people drink in America?
Oh yeah, sure. They drink also like for the purpose of like getting drunk. Drinking in Italy is, I don't know, it's like most of pleasure instead of like a way of getting high, so yeah, that's why.
So people in America are more likely like drinking to get drunk?
Yeah, that's the only purpose, I think.
So do people's parents condone the drinking, or are they against it?
Well, some parents don't even know. But I feel like the parents are generally fine as long as the kids don't get completely wasted.
So they're open with their parents about drinking.
Oh yeah, people are way more open there with their parents.
So do you think the United States would benefit from having a lower drinking age?
Oh yeah, because in the US it's 21, and I feel like if it was 18, way more people would be open about it, and let's say the people who actually develop problems at an early age would be able to go talk to someone without fearing that they might be punished for it.
All right. So do you think it should be 18?
I think if you gave me the ballot right now and I had to vote, I would say yes.
Okay. Is it like, do their parents like know about it or like condone it at all?
I mean, to a great extent, I would say yes, because people don't like go crazy, drink. They don't go out and get wasted. A lot of people drink at home with their parents and they get family parties and stuff. So it's not like crazy.
Have you noticed kind of like a difference in the drinking culture here from Argentina?
I think the difference is that here, since people are so repressed until they're 21, when they get to 21, they go crazy drinking, and even before that, they go crazy because it's like, it's a forbidden thing. So they're more likely to drink in a bad way, while in Argentina, for example, drinking is more common and it's more accepted. So people aren't likely to think, oh, I'm gonna go do it because it's breaking the rules and I feel cool.
Yes, I think it's not okay for a country to allow or to force people to sign up for the draft but not be able to have a beer.